We're going to take a look at this height adjustable stand from Starfavor, and I will tell you why I love it. But first, I'm going to show you what it compares up against. So usually in your church or institution, your school, you're going to run into these X stands, and these are okay. But when you want to adjust the height of your keyboard, you have to take off the entire keyboard. And some of them, like this one, are very, very heavy. Do a team lifting. So to adjust, you're going to take it off. You got to pull the little knob out. You got to get it just right. Hope you get it in the knob. It's just finicky. They're not stable. And also your knee, when you're playing, hits the X, right? It's just something we've all learned to come to deal with, but it doesn't have to be that way. So let me show you this stand from Starfavor. The coolest feature about this one is this little knob right here. You can adjust the height of your keyboard while it's still on the stand. And you can go from completely sitting to all the way standing and everywhere in between. It's just a nice, smooth action. And all you do is you turn that little knob. It also has wheels on it. So right before I came into this room, I was wheeling it down the hallway, and the wheels also have brakes. You just flip them off and on to put it in place so you know it's not going to wheel away. Another cool feature that I ran into, because when I'm often moving my keyboards, I need them to be portable right away. So there is a spot, these lower legs here are wide enough that when I'm moving, I could just put my pedal right on the leg itself. And I also figured out, because sometimes they don't have the internal speakers always. So a lot of my keyboards I use with amps. It's super wide, but I could transport with the amp kind of sitting up here like that. So if you had to add an amp to your system, there is room in the back to sit a small amp, and then you can run all your wires from your inputs to the amp itself. It is quite wide too. So when I set mine up, I'll run all the cables up, and I will, kind of like this pedal, I'm going to twist them all around this excess here. So it's kind of a place to store your cables as well as you set up. So overall, it holds 400 pounds. So I put a really, really heavy keyboard on this one to test it out, an old Kurzweil. And it is holding just fine. As soon as you get it in the mail, you'll know that you have a quality stand. It comes in this little box here, and you do have to assemble it. I did it by myself. The instructions are included. I did not have any trouble with that, but it does have some assembly required. The other one feature I wanted to point out, besides the fact that your knees aren't going to hit anything here, that's a huge benefit. But also, if you're using music stands in your organization, this bar is the perfect height for a music stand. So you can stick the leg right up under there, all the way slides under, and you can get that music stand as close to your player as you need it. So if you have anyone who has some sight issues where they really need their music up and close, it's going to allow that stand to get as close as possible. I've run into some stands where that doesn't happen, where the leg just can't fit down here and the stand ends up a little ways away. Not with this stand. It gets way up there. So nice quality, wheels, adjustable height. It also has these foam strips here, and that's what's going to keep your keyboard from sliding around. It holds it really firmly. The alternate is on these stands. Now I'm even missing some. The old style stands have these rubber stoppers. They're always falling off. They're always breaking. I'm always losing them. So this, in comparison, has these foam strips here, and that's going to keep your keyboard from sliding around. I've been playing with it. My keyboard has not budged at all. So overall, for any organization, school, or church that has keyboards that are on the move for rentals and whatnot, has different people using them, where you're constantly adjusting the heights, maybe have to transport some sound system equipment with it, this is a great choice. I'm super excited to include this to my organization. Thank you for Starfavor for sending me one for free to try out as a gift. It's going to be a huge benefit to us, but I really do think for any organization, this is a great solution for your keyboards.